Make sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. Demetrius Andrade blasts Errol Spence once again. And says, calls him out. Says you can fight somebody 2 weight classes below you. Won't you come up and fight somebody higher? And also got wind. One of the reporters told him that he called out Canelo, which he did the other day on Instagram Live. He said, why everybody want to fight Canelo? Do the guys think they can win? Or I'm paraphrasing here. Or they think they can get a payday? Let's talk about it. Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking back in. One time for the one time you grind. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video, man. And knocking these boxing videos out early. Gonna get ready to do a stream as well early. Because of basketball gonna be coming on today. We're gonna be talking that. But once again, he knocking on that door. And Errol Spence did rebuttal last time. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he keeps saying he ain't scared of nobody. He go up and down. And Demetrius Andrade just keep poking the bear. He did speak on the Charlo's another interview. I dropped both of interviews from Fight Hype in the description. And he threw a shot at the Charlo's as well, which I'll talk about in a minute. I don't know if anybody peeped it out in the interview because a lot of dudes don't stay to the end of the interview. They listen to a couple of things they want to hear, skip around. Most of the time I try to listen to the whole interview. I chop it up. Sometimes it'd be like Coogan Cash's interview, like 40 minutes to an hour. So I try to listen to integral in parts. But man, he says that he one-dimensional, picks Terrence Crawford over him, and says that he was knocking out Algieri and whoop them people, other people he knocked out but couldn't knock out Mikey Garcia. Says he relies too much on his power. He's one-dimensional, and he keep calling him out. And in my opinion, that's the tough task for Errol, man. I think Terrence Crawford is a tough task, but I think Errol has showed that he's not one-dimensional, though. He showed the ability to box versus Mikey Garcia. I've been hearing about he can box, he can slip punches. He got a finesse game. He just doesn't feel like he needs to use it at 47. But I don't really know. Like I said before, man, I keep speaking on this, man. I don't know how many people pay attention to it. But them East Coast dudes got a problem with dudes from Texas. It's just the way it is. I don't know where it started. It could have started when Jamal Charlo knocked out J-Rock. I think that's where it started at. And Stephen Bradman and them was saying that how Jamal Charlo refused to take the Vada drug test, whatever reason it was. They said that it was a gap between the fight. They had been wanting to fight. And they said he was flushing the roids out of his system. This is real shit right here. Listen, a lot of people don't know this. And I speak on it, but I don't know how many people watch each video. And they said he was flushing the roids out of his system. And that's why he needed a medical exception from the IBF. But it turned out that, and it's funny how they sue YouTubers like me, which I got, somebody tried to threaten to sue me before. I ain't gonna say Terrence Crawford name, but they tried to threaten to sue me, but they don't be suing other motherfuckers who be saying this shit. They said that he was flushing the roids out of the system. It came out that Jamal Charlo got a medical exception from the IBF for LASIK eye surgery. He was legally blind coming to the J-Rock fight. And then J-Rock was just woofing the whole fight. And after the fight, Charlo didn't want to shake his hand, didn't want to show good sportsmanship because J-Rock was talking all that crazy shit. This is Jamal we talking about, the one that's at 160. He was at 54 at the time. He was talking all that crazy shit. Dissing them, saying he was on roids and shit like that, and his coaching them. And they got knocked out, and they kept talking about the shit. And saying that he said he had an unfair advantage and all that shit, and they kept taking shots at him. So I believe that's where it begun at. See, there's a lot of motherfuckers, man, they get on here, they just talk Wilder, they talk Errol Spence, and that's it. See, motherfuckers know the game, bro. Like Three Kings Boxing and Colossal Sports TV, Truth and Facts About Sports, 2K, like, nigga, we know boxing, bro. Like, them, like, Cali, Enigma, Town, but, like, I know the depths of boxing. I go to a smaller weight class and I can hold a conversation. And I need to speak more about the smaller weight class, but I do watch. But then again, I swear it all started at then Jamal Charlo. He gets on Instagram Live. He goes at Jesse Hart, said he'd whip his ass too. And, said F Philadelphia. And ever since then, that whole connection Stephen Bredman been taking shots at them. Demetrius Andrade allegedly said in an interview that they was on steroids. Was it Errol Spence was on steroids and Charlo was on steroids? I think he said both. It was alleged. He came out and said he didn't say it was true, but I'm going to tell you why. It's probably true. Then he comes out. Then Andrade Rozier comes out and says Jamal Charlo on roids. He said after the Derevchenko fight, they've been saying it. So they've been saying that East Coast little group, Danny Jacobs and J Rock and Bredman and Rozier and all them dudes, man. All them dudes been saying that them dudes from Texas is on performance enhancing drugs. You know what? And instead of getting in there fighting them, you know what I'm saying? They're just going to keep, poking the bear. I don't know if it's jealousy because the East Coast, like out there, Providence, New York, Philadelphia, they always had a problem with people from the South, whatever reason it was. But back on topic, man. Andrade, man. Yeah, Andrade just, called out Errol Spence and said, what up? He said, you can fight somebody 2-weight classes coming up. But he didn't call out that guy. And technically, it was only 1-weight class coming up. He didn't call that guy out. That guy called him out. But at the end of the day, black kings always see the other black king as the biggest threat. They don't see Hispanics or whites or, orange and yellow people. They don't see them as the biggest threat. We see each other as the biggest threat. Instead of putting all his energy trying to get Canelo or putting his energy, trying to get a fight with Billy Joe Saunders still. And he did speak on that in interviews. So check out the longer one he spoke on that. Instead of putting that energy into that, he comes and put the energy into the bullshit and just to knock Errol Spence down. But, he know Errol Spence ain't moving up to fight him. He on his own for 1 and 2. He ain't got no juice. He said he'd give Errol Spence a title shot to WBO. It just sound like Demetrius Andrade just hungry for a big belt. But how you sign with the $1 trillion company that's on, right? How you sign with a $1 trillion company and you still not getting the fights you want? You getting $3 million a fight, I think he getting, but you still not satisfied. You still not getting delivered Triple G when Canelo tell Triple G to fight him. Canelo still gonna fight Triple G regardless because his own gonna push for it. You're not getting the fights that you want to get. You still unsatisfied. Your career is still unknown as a fighter. You 32, about to go on 33, or 31, about to go on 32, and we still don't know what caliber of fighter you are. You still don't have an established resume. You still haven't established yourself as one of the worst boxers in the world, mid-level boxer, good boxer, great boxer, once in a generation type of boxer. You still haven't established yourself. And they see what Errol Spence doing. He said, I can't get Canelo. Let me call out Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? You can call out Jerry Hurd before you call out him. But it's just, I think a lot of it is jealousy, bro. It's jealousy from them dudes on the East Coast. They seeing that boxing is investing in putting fights down south. And they not accustomed to that shit. Yeah, we've had Jeff Lacey, Winky Wright. You had a couple dudes from the South back in the day. Roy was a big one. But now, you got a whole new era of them from Keith Thurman, Erickson Lubin, Charlos, both of them. Errol Spence. So you got multiple dudes coming from the South. Regis Prograis, Maurice Hooker. And I think it's just the jealousy there. But at the end of the videos, I think the longer interview I put in the description when he talks about Charlo, Canelo, and them, and he yells and screams out "Vada" after talking about the Charlos at the end of the video, and he implies that, for me, that was implying that Charlo was on roids. And he did speak on the Charlos. I'll briefly speak on that. He said Jamel looked sloppy versus Tony Harrison. He said Jamal got painted with left hands all night by Korobov. And after he said that, he screams out "Vada." See, he sat there and said, I didn't say Errol Spence or the Charlos was on steroids, but you sit here, you and Andrade Rozier keep saying shit like that, and you scream "Vada" at the end of the interview. Just go ahead and be a man and say, I believe allegedly they on steroids, instead of sitting here yelling and screaming that shit, man, because that ain't cool, because you won't sit there and scream a fact that Canelo failed 2 drug tests and been on that shit for quite some time. But he won't sit there and scream "Vada" out at the Canelo name. Black people just continue to trash black people. He can trash Canelo because it's actual fact. He cheated, and that's that buck dancing mentality though, bro. The nigga don't even know it, dog. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know it. That he's sitting here implying something, but on your side of the fence with his own, it's a guy that's been cheating. He got popped for 2 drug tests and believe he been cheating his entire career damn near. But hey, I'll link both interviews on the description on the source link so you can watch them yourself. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products from lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, and much, much more. 100% all natural products they make themselves. Use that promo code Goodfellow1Box, get 18% off. All information in the description. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And reach out to the email as well if you need to get in contact with your boy. All that information is in the description. Continue to share the videos. Let me know what you guys think. Comment in the description. Keep sharing the videos. You want to make a donation, that link's there as well too. Best way to donate is to share the videos. We gone.